Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, smashing into the strong style, nerd, strong style cinephile. We got a little bit more insight into why Ruby Rose left Batwoman after one season. So let us geek about that for a scant few minutes, just because it's just a couple of quotes, a couple small paragraphs. I first saw it on superherohype.com. It was probably on some other outlets, I imagine so. But basically, the gist of it was due to the back injury that she suffered on set, because we know that she was almost paralyzed during a stunt gone wrong type of situation. She had surgery. Apparently, she rushed back within like 10 days of her surgery to get back in front of the cameras for the show. So that couldn't have been good for her as far as her healing process for mentally and physically from the injury, and just the mental aspect of you have to go back to this place, this work environment that you just had this happen to you. Do you fully trust the production people, the people around you in that environment that you just got seriously injured in, that you're rushing back into? Do you truly trust them to keep you safe? So that has to be stressful. And the report said that the Rona shutdown of production basically gave her time to kind of think about what she really wanted to do, and just the rushing back from an injury, which she herself said probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, and just some other factors. Her being the lead on the show, it was just taxing, it was tiring for her. Just being away from it gave her time to think and kind of reflect on who she was, what she wanted, leading to her talking to the execs in charge of the show and saying, "Hey, this is where I'm at mentally." And it was decided that they part ways. There was also a part of that report saying that people on set could tell she was miserable, and it just led to a miserable environment on set. Trust me, I've been in those situations on productions of my own and others where somebody isn't happy with what's going on. It just bleeds over into everything else, and just really makes it a miserable experience. I know firsthand, so I can see that being a reason that the executives, like the CW people, bean counters and such, wanted to get rid of her. And it just seemed like this Rona shutdown provided an opportunity for everybody to get what they wanted. Ruby could duck out, and the execs could let her leave and then go into a different direction, and pretty much it gets swept under the rug, mostly because we had this whole thing about replacing Kate Kane and then killing Kate Kane, not killing Kate Kane, backlash over replacing Kate Kane. Now we have this new character and just the backlash over her. Then we've got a black Batwoman and the backlash over that, and it's just all this kind of stuff that's swirling around the show. Just, will it make for a terrible second season? Remains to be seen. I know a lot of people are going to tune in just because of the curiosity of the spectacle and just the cluster mess of going from the first season to the second season. I know I'm going to tune in for that. It remains to be seen how everything turns out in the end. What kind of spin the writers try to put on it, this situation. But it all started with Ruby leaving, and then we find out that basically it was the injury, the difficulty filming, and just her being miserable kind of led to the breakup. Which, if you been reading reports and rumors and stuff like that leading up to this point, you kind of put two and two together about her just not being happy with being on the show and being a part of the show, and she was just looking for a way to get out. The Rona provided a way for her to get out, and this is where we're at. It sucks, but I mean, people got to do what they got to do to make them, to be happy with themselves. I mean, it doesn't matter what we think in the end. We like to think that we have a say, and we can sway, people, but the actors and stuff like that, in the end, they're people too. I know it's cliche to say, but in the end, they're people too. They're not robots. And they have feelings and emotions and thoughts and dreams of their own, not just catering to us geeks. And her desire was to be away from the show, be off the show, to be more at peace with herself or something. I'm just assuming here, but that's where we're at. Back injury, tired, didn't want to be there. Suits didn't want her to be there. This is where we're at now. So it is what it is. We'll see how it goes going forward. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it. What do you guys out there think about Ruby leaving the show and getting more of a clarification on why she left the show? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here on the channel or on Instagram, Twitter, and that sort of thing. I have new wrestling gear. Finally, my 2-year odyssey of getting new gear and changing up what I want to do is coming to an end. It's coming soon. More stuff on that. I cannot wait. I have so many things planned to kind of marry my filmmaking and my production with my wrestling. The love of those two things. It's going to be good going forth. Cannot wait for it. I got things I want to do. I'm not going to let the Rona throw off and hopes and goals and stuff that the Rona will not dash. More about that coming soon, though. Until next time, though, let us geek.